YouTube, welcome to another video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at none other than Mr. Thierry Henry. As you can see, he can play left wing and striker, 4-star, 4-star, some great stats across the board. And when it comes to his play styles, this boy doesn't disappoint. He's got the brand new low driven plus, which is an absolute joke, and he's also got trickster, which I'm liking the look of. And relax, I know he's going to be a little bit expensive, but if you go on our website, have a look, you can see he's 1.2 to 1.3 million at the time of recording this video. And when we take a look at the squads, he's got 10 SBCs to complete, okay? Now, as you can see, they do get gradually more expensive the more you go on, including 90 rated squads and a 91 rated. And in all honesty, for how good he is, I think it's probably a fair price. Now, when it comes to Thierry Henry, we know he's going to be somewhat meta. But how meta is the question, and that's where Easy SBC comes into play. Meta ratings is something that I'm going to explain to you if you don't know already. The meta rating that we give a card is based on how good that player is. The higher the meta rating, the better the card. There's a lot of times on this game where players can have a really high overall, but when you actually use them in game, they're not good at all. They don't fit the meta. However, our meta rating takes into account stuff like skill moves, weak foot, play styles, and gives you a much more precise indication of how good a player really is. Now, right before we get into the gameplay, I'm going to show you guys the formation that I used on Easy SBC's website. It was actually Zach Moore's 4-2-1-3. And the reason I played this is because I feel like this is such a strong formation at the moment. And honestly, it really suited Thierry Henry down to a T. No pun intended. Now, when we get into the way I actually set this team up, it was in the following. Having both wingers on inside forward is crucial to this, and also the deep line playmaker role I actually really liked on my CDMs. It's one of the first time I've tried this, and it wasn't too bad. But now it's time for Thierry Henry gameplay. Now, straight off the bat, for me, when I think of Thierry Henry, I get slightly worried. And the only reason I get slightly worried is because in previous years, the way that Thierry Henry moves on the ball is never ever doing him any justice for how good he was in real life. However, when it comes to Thierry Henry, and this card in particular that I've used, wow, he is impressive. Now, I'm not normally a big fan of Rapid Plus personally, but for some reason, with Thierry Henry, he is absolutely rapid, would you believe? But when I say this, I mean he actually gets away from people. There's not many cards on the game that when you do an L1 speed boost, you know, they're clean through and they're gone and they don't get caught again. But Thierry Henry is one of them. Now, of course, you're going to have times where he misses like that, but for the most part, this Thierry Henry is so clinical. The way he feels on the ball is fantastic. His left stick dribbling and his micro adjustments are really good. And I can't stress to you enough how good that low driven plus playstyle is. It is so broken. It sits the goalkeeper on their bum every single time. Another important part of this Thierry Henry card is him having trickster. And I know he hasn't got it on gold, but having it on white allows him to do that trickster fake shot, which gets you so many more angles and so much more space and just bamboozles the defender at times that it instantly raises his levels. The two things that this card is missing is finesse shot plus and a 5-star weak foot. I don't care about the 5-star skills because they are not as effective as you would think they are. To me, a card like this appeals most to football purists or absolute lovers of Thierry Henry in general. Me, I'm a Liverpool fan. I love Thierry Henry. It's that swagger, it's that aura that Thierry Henry has. I don't know what it is, but playing with Thierry Henry just makes me happy. And that's what you should be in a video game. Now, the question is he worth 1.2 to 1.3 million coins? I'd say yes. And the reason being, let's say, for example, if you're in a position where you've got a lot of fodder and you end up only spending around 500k actual coins on him, that's not bad. And even if you wanted to work on this over time, you very much so could. It doesn't have to be done right now. Comment down below if you're going to complete this SBC, and I'll see you in the next one.